I just want to let you know that if you are a non-believer, if you are an atheist, if you're an agnostic, if you just don't believe in any gods, if you have been told something your whole life that this is true because it's in an old book, if that's you, then I just want to let you know that you're not alone. That's why I do this. That's why I have this channel. That's why I have my podcast, because I just know that there are people out there who are questioning things, who are struggling, people who go to sleep at night and say, God, I just want to know if you're real. Are you real? Can you give me a sign? Can you show me something? I'm losing my faith. I don't really have any reason to believe. I've questioned things and they've led me down this road where I don't believe that you're real. But if you are, please show me something. I know there are those people out there. I know there are people who cry themselves to sleep because they want to believe. Their whole family believes. They want to please their parents. They know that not being a Christian is going to upset their family, their friends. Maybe they can't even say it. Maybe they can't even come to their family and say, I don't believe. Maybe they have to hold that in. Maybe there's a crippling fear of hell. What if I'm wrong? What if what if Satan is playing tricks on me? What if I'm wrong? And it's sad to think about. But I know, 10 years ago, when I became an atheist, I had those thoughts. I'd be laying in bed saying, God, if you're real, please give me a sign. Please show me something. I wanted to cling on to that hope. I wanted to latch on. I wanted to be wrong. I wanted to have the things that I've been told my whole life to be true. There are people out there who need to hear that they're not alone in questioning things. You're not alone in doubting. You're not alone in thinking there's really no good reason to believe the Bible is the word of God. And that people believe it because of tradition and because, it was told to their parents believe it because their parents believed it, because their parents believed it, because their parents believed it, and all the way down the line. But is that really a good enough reason to believe? Is the fact that your whole family believes, is that enough reason to believe? I know I talk about indoctrination quite a bit, and I talk about how your geographical location can influence your religious beliefs too. And of course, I know that there are Christians all over the globe. There are Muslims all over the globe. There are Buddhists all over the globe. There are atheists everywhere. So of course, it's not 100% accurate. It's not always true. There are people who are raised in Muslim households that end up being Christians, and vice versa. I know that. There are people who are raised in atheist households who end up being Christians or Muslims, and vice versa. There are people who, like me, who, my whole life I didn't even know that you could really doubt God. I didn't know that atheists were even a thing for a long time. But I got to a point where I became a skeptic, and I questioned things, and I didn't want to be easily convinced of something just based on tradition, just based on word of mouth, just based on words that were written a few thousand years ago. That wasn't good enough for me anymore. And I know that people think that, oh, he just wants to sin. He just chose atheism because he doesn't want to live for God. Well, that's not true at all. And the church didn't hurt me. And, I was happy when I was a Christian. I'm happy now. I was happy then. Nothing happened where I'm like, oh, screw this and screw these hypocrites. I'm not one of those. I would have loved to have been able to retain that belief because I was happy around Christians and at church and everything. But I just got to a point where I couldn't believe it anymore. If you're still living with your parents and you're scared of what they might say, what they might think, if you're married and your spouse believes and you don't, or you're starting to doubt, just know that there's a community out there. There are people like me out here, and a lot of us have been through some of that shit. We've been married to people who have a different faith, and I know about the doubts in the back of your mind, and that or the thoughts in the back of your mind where it's like, is this the devil? Are we just being unequally yoked? Is this my fault? My faith is changing, but my partner's is remaining the same. And you might feel some guilt over that, but there's no reason to. There's no reason to feel bad or guilty for just questioning things, for questioning life, existence, gods. There's nothing natural about a god, obviously. Supernatural by definition. And the fact that there is no real good evidence of anything supernatural, why are we made to feel like the strange ones for not believing the things that really don't have any good evidence? Personal experience, anecdotal evidence, and there are arguments, of course, that people make, or you can look at people make the arguments for intelligent design and stuff like that, but it's not enough. That's not enough to be like, yes, there is a God. And of course, I've heard Christians say that if God just came down and was like, here I am, everybody, then it wouldn't require any faith on our part. And that's one of the pillars of Christianity. And I guess that's true. But it's also convenient, isn't it? I feel like if there is a creator of some kind, that he would want us to know, he or she would want us to know, or it, whatever. How cool would it be if there's a creator, it's a dog or something? That would be pretty fucking sick. If you're still a believer, but you might be doubting, I'm here to help. Not that I'm an expert or anything, but I've been through a lot of the shit. If you're a new atheist and you feel like this weird pull of, oh, am I making the wrong move here? Should I believe? Am I in the wrong? You're probably surrounded by family members who now think you're going to hell. And so I understand that feeling of like stepping out on a ledge or walking a plank or something. You feel very different from the other people around you, but there's no reason to feel any shame for it. It's normal. It's natural. It's natural to wonder, to question, to have doubts. Even if you've been an atheist for a long time, you might still have those feelings creep in, because even I'll have the temptation to throw up a prayer, just in case something's out there, protect me or whatever. And I think that's normal too. And we have that in the back of our minds, that most of us have been told from a very early age that there is a God, or that there is some creator looking out for us. And so I think that's normal too. If you're an atheist, if you're not, if you are questioning things, if you're sure that there is no God, let me know. I'd like to read those comments. Take care of yourself. Keep your chin up. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see some more ex-Christian and atheist videos. Until next time, let logic and reason guide the way. Peace out.